Is Haiti, and the guest is Dr. LMadu3. And Dr. LMadu3, I think as we have to try to explain when we talk about some of the problems in which some of these countries are faced, we almost have to explain the laughter that we enjoy when we talk about it, because I think I tried to explain it one time. You almost have to laugh to keep from crying. I mean, how can the insanity of some of the things that appear to be happening on the world stage in reference to the African president in Nigeria, as we talked about it one time, simply left the country, nobody knew where he was, and et cetera. And now here we have in Haiti, as you've indicated, an individual who has simply turned up. Evidently out of nowhere, and let's talk about him and find out exactly what is his motivations.
Well, I just think probably he's fed up of staying in exile. And moreover, he's not as wealthy as he was when he left. And you know, as people like him, whom you might probably call psychotic, still think people want them, even though nobody wants them. Now, Jean-Claude was in power from 1971 to 1986. And what did he accomplish? He left the country more destitute than even when he took it over. Okay? I mean, he robbed the country like nobody else, even more than his own father. You know, there was no inhibition. The same secret police were jailing people and killing people the same way when his father was there. You know, when he eventually left, he took everything he could. Then when he was in exile, what happened? The wife he married, that was one of the reasons why, you know, Haitians turned against him, left him. And then he had to go through an expensive divorce, and quite frankly, was on the street after a while because he lost every nickel and dime he had. Okay? Here all of a sudden, people are still, you know, recovering from the earthquake. Haiti is still, you know, trying to figure out who's going to be the president. He arrives in the middle of it. Okay? This can inflame the population. Okay? The population is almost traumatized by the earthquake. You bring in baby Doc into the mix, you know, with all the misery people are going through. Okay? Now, the problem is this. If you can allow baby Doc come back to Haiti, why don't you allow Jean-Bertrand Aristide come back? Okay. Aristide supporters will start saying, we need Aristide back. Aristide is still in South Africa. But the supporters have a right to want him back into the country. And I think he should be allowed to come back into the country. You know, if we are going to build a democratic Haiti, you know, one man, one vote, freedom of choice, freedom of speech, freedom of everything, then you don't need to have any Haitian politician in exile. So in my own opinion, you know, Aristide should be allowed to come back. If there are any charges against him, hey, file the charges. If the people want him back, hey, he's free to run for election.
That's what democracy is all about.
That's what democracy is all about. He shouldn't be staying in exile. As much as we don't like baby Doc coming back, he's a Haitian citizen. Okay, he's back now. The Haitian government says, okay, this is the charges. For, you know, he was arraigned in court 2 days ago. Charged with, you know...
Can they support those charges? They can support those charges with no problems at all.
They can, those charges are easy to uphold without no problems at all. They have documentations, you know, of what he stole and what he did and human rights violations, how many people were killed, you know, in the process of overthrowing him, how many people were brutalized by his secret police. All those are documented by Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch. You know, it's well documented, and by the Haitian, you know, Human Rights Commission. So there's no problem doing that. But the problem is that this is a very bad time to create any kind of political, you know, uncertainty in Haiti, given the trauma of the earthquake has created in the society. That's the problem. But insofar as a democratic society is concerned, you know, I think this is the right time for President Aristide to come back. I know the United States and some French and all this don't want that at all. Because
why would they oppose? Why would we in the United States and the Western world oppose Mr. Aristide?
Well, Aristide is still a very popular figure in Haiti. And if he runs against anybody in that country, he will win. Yeah, so he's popular, but at the same time, the United States and the French government think he's a polarizing figure. That if he comes back to the country, there will be serious problems. But anyway, if you have democracy, that's the problems you have to face. If somebody is popular, Isn't it what it is? The popular person wins the election. So if he's still popular amongst the people, then he should, he should be allowed to come back to the country. He should be allowed to run for office. But the problem is this. The French definitely don't want him back in that country in power. You see, when he was in power, the first thing he did was what? As